what a winner this weekend was Barstool Sports, because her counterpart in Patty the Batty, along with Portnoy, they ran the show this weekend.
I think that's one of the coolest things, and we've hit this point of, I guess, society where the transition from famous people aren't, movie stars and all that. Dave Portnoy is one of the most influential people in all of media, in all of sports, and all of gambling. Any different niche you want to talk about, he moves the needle there. And to have both Scousers win in the fashion that they did, jump over the fence and go jump on Dave Portnoy, is one of the coolest things.
Absolutely. As an original stoolie, like all the way back to the late 2000s and through college, when Barstool was something that was just barely starting up as like a little blog site. Shout out to Grigsby. We used to live in Fort Collins, CSU Rammies. We would be sitting there and talking about the stuff that would come out on Barstool, because, just dudes being dudes, what did Barstool, like the original concept of Barstool was talking about, some party shenanigans along with some sports crossover business from a normal guy's perspective, not a suit, if you will, and sports betting. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of coverage, or there wasn't a whole lot of talk on some of the degenerate things, if you will, like that we're all into, or the, of course, then Barstool smoke shows was something that always was a draw. I mean, it was what it was, though, because that was the early days of social media when things were really kind of starting to pop off and boom. And we've seen so many of these other sites throughout the years that have came and went. But Barstool has really kind of solidified their position in the game as one of the top content providers all across the board. And, just as someone who's been a fan from the very, very beginning, when it was a skeleton crew of Dave, Big Cat, Feidelberg, KFC, PFT, when it was just those original guys, it is so awesome to see what Barstool has blown up and evolved into. And I'm glad that they are putting the spotlight on MMA the way that they have, because the platforms and the reach that they have through all of their extended olive branches is something that will reach such an audience that we would have never have been able to otherwise.
Even my friend said today, like, from people who don't even watch MMA, they've been reaching out and talking to him about, hey, have you seen Patty Pimblett? Did you see what Patty said? Did you see what Molly did? Did you see what she's saying? It's reaching people who would have never thought a day in their life to watch MMA. Two people fighting in a cage. That is all you can ask.
Absolutely. And then you have someone who, like Patty, who, don't get me wrong, Patty's had his fair share of mess-ups and things that we don't need to go into right now. He's young. He's a kid. But also with that, with him being a kid and a young superstar and someone who understands what it is to have that 1.4 million Instagram followers and the fame that he has across the board, he is a kid of the internet era and understands, like, what the memeability and what that sort of clip culture will do for you, especially when you go and you say what you're going to do before the fight, and then you do proceed to go on and teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2. And then the picture that, hey, Jordan Levitt was a good sport, and he leaned right into it with the tongue out in the process. Like, that's a picture that is going to live on in MMA history forever. Call it for what you will. It's one of those shots that is going to be shared forever.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it even better, is the fact that Jordan was so cool. Like, he was game about it. He was like, because if he would have won, we would have seen some twerking in there.
Absolutely.
Hey, do your thing. But either way, being a good sport about it is what makes this whole thing just work. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. That helps us continue to produce this original MMA content and bring it for you every single week. Tune in to the MMA Plug presented by DenverSportsBetting.com on 98.1 FM, Mile High Sports Radio on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. or live stream at DenverSportsBetting.com/radio.